Fantastic. So the microphone is working. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Fantastic. Okay. So, good morning, first of all. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. Thank you very much, Pamela Valdivia, Executive Director of Bailat. Hernan Araneda, General Manager, Foundation of Chile, Fundación Chile. It's a fantastic location. Thank you for opening your doors to this event. Dear guests from Germany and Latin America, online and present, dear Latin American startups, ladies and gentlemen, it's really fantastic to be here with you as the German ambassador. And I would like to introduce, first of all, the real Oktoberfest, because when we're talking of first OktoberINVESTfest, then of course there is the connotation of the real Oktoberfest. The original was first celebrated in Munich in 1810, so more than 200 years ago. It was a public party with horse races and attractions given on the occasion of the marriage of the then Crown Prince, future King Ludwig I, the classical king who was an archaeologist, a historian, etc., and brought a lot of culture to Munich. This festivity was held on the occasion of his marriage to a Saxonian princess, Therese, after which the place of the Oktoberfest, where it is still held today, was baptized Theresian Wiese, Meadow of Terrace. And so this is the original. And from there, a long tradition started. In the world, this festivity, Oktoberfest, has become a global stereotype of German culture, which of course, as a German diplomat, I would like to see updated, because of course, on the one hand, bringing people together from various corners to enjoy local traditions is something that Germans love. We're good at that. But on the other hand, there is so much more to Germany that we would like to be considered, of course. And let me frame it this way for today's occasion. Today's event goes much more beyond than getting together and having a good time. It aims at fostering Latin American startup ecosystem by connecting it with potential investors from Germany. That's a fundamental thing. It's matchmaking that we're talking about, speed dating. And this is, of course, mutually beneficial. While German investors get to know promising deep tech scale-ups from Latin America, the local startups get in touch with potential investors. As the German ambassador to Chile, I tend to refer to examples from Chile, of course, but I'm aware that there are actually promising startups from Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Uruguay, etc., present here today. So I also want to honor them as a German diplomat. In this respect, we need to highlight that these innovation and startup ecosystems are meant to develop innovative solutions to tackle local challenges of their region, but also global challenges. The global and the local level are sometimes very closely intertwined. This has a crucial advantage. Local founders know their own markets. They can directly impact their communities and contribute to the development of their country, and then the global scale, of course. This is a very strong incentive for startups, and it helps to advance economic and social development. This sounds too good to be true, and indeed we know that the majority of startups actually fail. But here the innovative ecosystem steps in. The objective is to provide the startups with German resources that go beyond capital. For example, business expertise, connections. This is why I'm really pleased to see that not only outstanding companies, but also distinguished universities from Chile and Germany participate today. Their participation underlines the importance of such ecosystems for innovation and technology in today's world full of challenges. For the German venture capitalists present, I have excellent news. Latin America is booming, and Chile is among the most innovative regions of Latin America, according to the latest Global Innovation Index. Some of the solutions to local challenges by Chilean or other Latin American startups might even find application in Germany, as we face similar problems in some areas. The digitalization of workflows, virtual payment, or the efficient use of scarce water resources, to name only a few. From the startup side, Germany has a lot to offer and is continuously improving the conditions for founders. As part of Germany's innovation strategy, the Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Action is creating an environment that is conclusive to investment and by providing funding programs. These funding programs are to help small and medium-sized enterprises to embrace innovation and digitization. At the same time, it aims to inspire young people to choose a career in technology and natural science, especially women also, and secure an adequate supply of skilled workers for the future. Germany offers scholarships and prizes, such as the Falling Walls Lab, a competition where bright minds get the possibility of funding and connections. What I would like to underline is that we have a stable community of interests and values between Germany and Chile, between Germany and Latin America, which in many aspects transcends the political rift between the right and left. We have been able to create trust in the long-term nature of common structures and desires, and that is certainly an important decision variable for investors. What I believe to be another important facilitator in this context is the representatives of BILAT here in Latin America. Pamela Vandivia and Ursula Brendegger are very well connected here, and they have established perfect conditions for creating and maintaining such a startup ecosystem. I commend you for your work. You're doing really a great job. Events like this, where we celebrate our common interests and immerse ourselves in the culture of Germany, play a crucial role in strengthening the bonds between our nations. And I would like to extend my gratitude to all of the organizers, to all of you present who have joined us today to make this possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So, we have our first startup. We welcome Diego Lyon from Strong by From.
Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be here. My name is Diego, and I'm part of Strong by Form. And we're a technology company that is developing the future of wood. A future where we treat wood as an advanced composite material, able to enhance the forest resource yield by over 400% for structural applications. But first, I have to start with a problem. And the problem that we're facing is that we have to build 13,000 buildings every day for the next 25 years just to deal with population growth. And we must do so in a way that doesn't burn down the planet in the process.
Okay, so now we welcome Moises Brenegas from G-Care. Okay, you have a performance there. Do you need help? Yes. Yeah? Okay. It's not bravery, by the way. Okay, so here you go, 8 minutes and 2 minutes.
But before to start, how many of you are from Chile? Please show me your hands. Oh, a lot of people. And I'm from Alemania, Germany. Welcome to Chile. Is your first time here? Ah, okay, you're Chilean. I'm from Uruguay, right? Buen partido ayer, 2-0. Okay, so for me, honestly, I don't know how to start because after these presentations, you're amazing, bro. But what else? What do they have in common? The Mr. Rugrats, the Mr. Simpsons. Do you know this movie, Coco? Yes? And this one, Up? Do you know what have in common these persons? They will fall. Yeah, but for be honestly, it's a reality right now, not only in Chile, it's around the world. For example, in Germany, I don't know if this number is real because my sister put here, but in the next year, maybe in Germany, we will have like 4 million of falls. This is a lot, right? 5 years ago, my grandfather has an accident in his bedroom, and in this moment, my life changed. Before to be an entrepreneur, I was a professional fighter. When my mom called me, I was living in Thailand. She told me that my hero fall, so I take the first ticket for back to Chile. And when I spoke with the doctor, they told us that my grandfather will die in 3 months. This changed my life. So I start to thinking with my brothers how we can fix this problem.
Our third startup, I invite Francisco Cuellar from Tumi Robotics.
Hello, good morning. My name is Francisco. I'm CEO of Tumi Robotics, where we are securing the safety and efficiency of the mining industry. In this picture, you can see 2 miners on their daily job. Usually, they have to cover several kilometers deep in order to inspect and diagnose the infrastructure. Inside the mine, the vision is very limited. The air is heavy and dusty. They are exposed to the risk of falling rocks and the noise of the drilling machinery. That's why underground mining is an extremely risky work due to the environmental conditions, the exposition of people to risks, and the limited actionable data. This has a negative impact in the mining industry. As you can see, it could increase the mining cycle time in more than 2,000 hours per year in one front. It is translated into $1.8 million lost annually in production. Of course, if there are accidents, it means more than $500,000 per accident. And finally, the reputational loss of the company. That's why in Tumi Robotics we offer a solution in which we provide robotized inspection, digitization, and diagnosis of mining critical infrastructure. With this, we are able to generate actionable data and reduce the mining cycle time at least in 1,000 hours per year, per front. This will increase the productivity at least in $1 million per year and increase the safety and efficiency of the mining industry with 0 fatalities. And of course, this is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals.
So now we have a video from Sebastián Macías from Drone 5.
Buenos días, good morning. Welcome to Latin America. Well, my name is Sebastián. I am the CEO and founder of Cielum. I'm sorry, we are in the middle of a rebrand, so you can see Drumfish, whatever, but it's Cielum, the new brand. We are advanced air mobility architects. What is about air mobility? Urban air mobility is the transport of passengers and cargo in the cities with unmanned aircraft. This is an exciting moment in the industry as we have available technology for doing that. We have also means of compliance for implementing this technology, but unfortunately it's not so easy. There is a lot of concern regarding safety, acceptance, regulation that are slowing down this industry, especially in Europe, where we have one base. But well, what I will show you today is a bit promising and will change a bit over this panorama. Could you put the video, please? Well, breast milk medicines, medical stuff in general, through all the region. The stuff is manipulated by the personnel in the hospital, not specialists in drone, but people that works in the place. Well, there are in these slides.
Vamos a poner primero en el medio.
With a main aircraft by 2024.
Guten Morgen, guten Abend. Hello, wie geht's? My name is Ignacio. I am the founder and CEO of BioElements. BioElements is a B-certified corporation, so that is also very important. You can follow us on here. So what do we do, basically? What's the problem? Everywhere in LATAM, including the US and many other places and countries in the world, it's a very poor waste. The waste that we are managing the waste is very poor. We are overconsumption of plastic and packaging, which is polluting the environments, our rivers, our oceans, and most of all, basically more than 90% of all the residues, including organic or inorganic residues, are ending up in a landfill. So what are the solutions that we can find today, right? So always talking about the 5 R's: refuse, recycle, re. This is not enough. Recycling is not enough. We need to find a better solution based on tech. So what do we do at BioElements? What if all the packaging that we use, all the paper, all the cardboard, all the plastic was actually bio? That's why we created the BioE resins, which we have today. And what we do is we create packaging that makes it biodegradable from 3 to 20 months, depending on the conditions where the packaging is going to end.
So now we have the startup Origino. I'm calling Nicolás Balestrini from Argentina.
Well, great, from Argentina, yes. Exactly. No, thank you. I could say it if not. Shall we start? Very nice. Well, thank you. I am Nico Balestrini, COO and co-founder of Origino. I will present Origino's blockchain-validated products. This is a true story. This is myself with 17 years old, and that was the day when I was diagnosticated with celiac disease. Nothing to worry, I only have to eat gluten-free products. I don't know if anyone else has an allergy, food allergy or whatever. Yes, a lot, I suppose, also celiacs. Well, and then you will understand. That was the day when I become a really professional, a specialist in reading labels of the products I had to eat. I needed to buy food, and then I needed to read from each one of the products I was going to buy at that time, all the labels, ingredients, the logos, most certifications, everything. And believe me, it was really confusing. For example, why can I not eat a hamburger if it's made of meat? A lot of hamburgers I couldn't eat. So time passed, a lot of years, and with my co-founder, we saw that I was not the only one, and not the allergic people also, they're not the only one. A lot of people want to know more about the products they are going to buy. They want to buy where does the product come from, the sustainability, and why are they sustainable, and also how was the manufacture process made.
So now we have the startups led by female founders, and now is the stage for Jimena Adriasola from Bionatural Solutions from Peru.
No, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Jimena Adriasola, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bionatural Solutions. So worldwide, 1,300 million tons of food are wasted every year. These wastes represent losses in $400 billion. And that's not it. 72% of these losses are before the foods go to the final consumer. So this is a really huge problem. That's why we create BNS. We are focused and give some value to the food waste. We recollect the pills that the food industry just threw it away, to recollect some antimicrobial and antioxidant compounds in order to create sustainable solutions. We have software that have the inputs of the physiology of the fruits and also these compounds, so we can optimize the formulation for each type of fruits or solution that we want to develop. Life Cover is one of the brand products. It's a coating that creates an invisible barrier around the fruits, so reduce the post-harvest stress in order to extend the shelf life of the fruit up to 200%.
Now we have the very last startup. This one is from Chile. It's led by Alejandra Allendez. This startup is Kelp.
Hi. Hello, guten Tag. My name is Alejandra Allendez, and I'm the founder and CEO of Kelp, the first food intelligence powerhouse to develop more sustainable foods based on algae. Globally, we are facing a food crisis. We all know that. But people haven't thought about the oceans as the solution for that. The oceans are the main component of our planet, and they contain all the necessary resources for life. But a fun fact is that if we farm just 2% of the oceans, we could feed a 12 billion people population. And all the power of the oceans are gathering in algae. With more than 40,000 species, algae have a great nutritional value with different other interesting attributes such as the umami flavor, but also they have a 0% water footprint, and they are carbon negative, so they are more sustainable than plants. But why no one and no company is using algae, you may ask? The answer is that it's very difficult to develop a tasty food based on algae, using it as an important ingredient in the final formulation. There are lack of understanding and expertise. So in Kelp, we are specialists in food engineering and data science, and looking at the enormous potential of algae, we develop a data-driven mapping algorithm which takes public research and patents to address the latent properties of algae and apply it in potential different use cases. So we call it the first food intelligence powerhouse.
And the region?
Yes, so in general, I think we're looking into the market, even though it's a huge one, as a whole, to kind of start grasping which kind of sub-markets and also sub-sectors are specifically interesting. We started to opportunistically also speak with funds in the region, but to be honest, like being located in Germany, we thought it would be much easier to get an idea of the ecosystem, especially during times of Zoom and Google Meets, even from here, but we realized that you really need to have the insights of the ecosystem itself, to connect with the startups, with the LPs in the ecosystem, but also, of course, with the GPs to get an idea of which kind of funds, which kind of players are really relevant. However, what we already identified, and this is definitely something that we want to go long on, is or are two developments. One is that the innovation cycles happening in Europe are sometimes a bit like earlier compared to what's happening in LATAM, and we think that's a great opportunity to kind of look into what has happened over the last 12 to 24 months here and kind of see who is ahead of that in the LATAM market. And then on the other side, we, for example, as AQVC invested already heavily into the space of climate tech. 2 of our portfolio funds, we're currently counting 15, are directly exposed to climate tech, 2 others indirectly. And we think that given the great macro environment in LATAM, a lot of renewable energy, a lot of stuff happening in hydrogen, as we already heard, that this is a great opportunity for our funds to expand towards the region, to spot opportunities there, but also to kind of build a bridge between funds in the Latin region and in Europe or the US, depending on where you look at. So I think this is both super interesting for us going forward.
Impact is absolutely not the same as ESG. When we're talking about ESG, we're talking about behaviors. Good behaviors, individually and corporately, are obviously important, but they're not of themselves going to change the world. Impact, instead, is about outcomes. The development and production of goods and services which can make a positive difference to lives, communities, and societies.
Thank you, Paola, and congratulations for the fund for secondaries, something very, very necessary here in Latin America. So these were the pitches. Thank you, everyone, for a big applause for everyone who make a pitch. It's not easy. And now I will switch again with Pamela.
Thank you very much. So we have reached the end of the event. We made it. Thank you very much for staying with us until that late. The coffee's waiting outside. We have still time for networking. Enjoy the networking. We hope that you made a great connection today. Hopefully, all of you. We will reach out and ask you afterwards how was your impressions and all that. Maybe we're lucky and can repeat this kind of events. So thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Herzlichen Dank.